Welcome, everyone. This is Karen Coffey, and I am the founder of Making Agents Wealthy. And I am speaking with Carrie Spicer Fry. She is out in Bloomington, Indiana today. Welcome, Carrie.
Thank you.
We have an amazing story. Well, Carrie does. I don't, but Carrie has an amazing story to share with you. We were just talking about all the successes, but it didn't come without pain. And so let's first, Carrie, why don't you tell the people that are watching today? First, I'm really so honored that you're with us and that you've been a client of ours for a little over 100 days. So tell us a little bit about where your business was before you came here.
Okay. Well, prior to real estate, I was a teacher. I taught kindergarten, first and third grade. So I've always been a hand holder.
Right.
So then I got into real estate. My mother was in real estate for over 40 years. My brother's now been in real estate for over 40 years. So I just decided to kind of, join and kind of be a part of that. So I've been in real estate now for 16 years. And let's see, my brother and I were in business together. We had our own, like a family, small company. Mm-hmm. And then about 4 years ago, we decided to join forces with Century 21 Sheets, which has been a great move. And but when I first started real estate, 16 years ago compared to now, it's different. It's very different. And I was to the point to where I just thought something's got to change. I always joked and said, I either need to change something and make my real estate work, or I need to quit real estate and go be a greeter at Walmart. That was what I joked about.
But I get it.
I've got to give. I can't, everything was different. So I am very strong in my religion and my faith. And I just was praying and praying and praying, like, God, show me, like, what do I need to do? Show me. And I was praying about it. And on Facebook, I saw this Karen Coffey thing, and I'm like, who's Karen Coffey? And I clicked on it, and everything about it was like, oh my gosh, I think God is speaking to me. And that's how I ended up with you.
I hear that so many times, Carrie, and I am so glad you found us. But a lot of women will say, I was praying. I was asking God for a sign. I need to get out of this business. I need to give up if something doesn't change. And right. It is crazy. We're not a spiritual program or anything, but I tell you, it is amazing at the women that do that. And I'm so glad that you did, because when you came in right before the pandemic started.
I did, right before.
Right. And so your production last year was, where were you, or I guess where did you end up 2019?
Last year I had a lot of closings.
Yeah.
But I will say that I was part of a referral system with my company.
Yeah.
And so although I had, a lot of closings and did well, I was paying out so much for this referral. Right. And it never fails. Those are the ones that are the hardest, that the most time consuming, the most frustrating, like you just want to yank your hair out. And I, so when you get to the closing table and once you pay out your referral, you leave and you're just thinking, oh my gosh, all that work. And like, I've had to pay out all this money for these referrals. So I decided, and this was before I joined, Karen Coffey, I decided I'm just not doing it this year. I'm just not, I'm
gotta find another way.
I'm going to make it on my own, because I am not doing this again. And so I did. I made that decision to just not do that. And this year, matter of fact, my managing broker talked to me the other day. She said, do you realize that you are up 54% on your income just from not doing referrals? And I mean, I knew that, I had more money, but to hear her say that, and she, she called me and talked to me because I'm not in the office as much now, obviously. So I'm, working more
You're
from home.
busy.
And she just said, like, do you realize this? Like, what is going on? And I said, yeah,
What's happening?
I realize that.
So before, because we're going to talk about exactly some of the things that have happened and what's
Okay.
worked and everything. But so you joined us right there before the pandemic,
Yep.
and you went through some hell.
I did.
Let's just lay it out there. Share with
I did.
everybody what your COVID hell was.
So I had 6 people pass away within a month's period of time. My cousin passed from COVID. That was just like in, I think, the beginning of April. So that was just really hard. Of course, these were all still times when, there couldn't be funerals. You couldn't go around anybody. You couldn't do anything. Another dear family friend just unexpectedly, had a heart attack and died. Another friend was killed in a 4-wheeler accident. Just kind of weird, not people that, were sick, and we expected. These were all just like, wait, what? Like every day I almost was afraid to answer my phone. Like, now what am I going to find out? That was tough. That was really, really tough. And another dear friend was in the hospital fighting for her life for COVID, or with COVID. Yeah. And, finally she did come out on the other end, but they had given her a 1% chance to live. So it just, my mind, God. I'm telling you, amen, sister, amen. I was praying like a crazy woman for her. So anyway, all that to be said, tough time.
And you did something, one of our coaches said.
Yes, Coach Kelly.
Yeah.
Just awesome. By the way, your staff's just incredible. But Coach Kelly just said, you know what, take a month off, because I just, I was crying. I was in tears. I'm like, I can't even think straight. I can't concentrate. I just can't, I would come sit at my desk and like look at a module and think, I can't, I would play it, but nothing was registering because I could
not sinking in at this point.
Overwhelmed. So she said, okay, take a month off. Just take a month off. So I did. That's not to say that I didn't do anything, but I wasn't stressing and making this like my top priority. I allowed myself time to just kind of grieve and just figure out in my mind what was going on. And that was huge advice.
I love that, because life is going to happen. Things are going to happen. And guys,
absolutely,
anybody who's listening to Carrie's story, your life, if you have not been affected, if your life has not been affected, then you are the 1%,
right.
Because people are going through it, people are struggling. But there's one thing that, even though I'm so glad that you did take the time, because I don't care what your goals are. If you're not there for yourself first, nothing else is going to work. Your relationships, your health, we've talked about that at other times, but this was really the smartest thing you could have done. And even with taking a month off. So I'm going to share something with everybody now, because I just couldn't be prouder of what you created. You kept that mindset of, I can keep going. I can make this happen, even though you allowed yourself to take some time. But let's look at the final numbers, because we just figured them out, didn't we? So Carrie, in the last 100 days, with taking a month off, so let's just say that's 60 days, but you did some things.
Yeah.
Over 4 million in volume, $104,000 in commissions under contract. That is huge. Congratulations. that is just, you had systems coming in, not that you liked all of them, but then we shored things up. I always like creating this foundation to allow you to just launch, to allow you to just be shinier than ever before. and to make it happen during this time. How
Yeah.
in the world? I mean, you must be so proud of yourself.
I'm excited. If there's one thing that I have learned, it is I've gained confidence.
Mm.
And I mean, I've learned there's not just one thing I've learned, but I mean, through this whole thing, I've gained confidence. And I feel more comfortable not having to rely on referrals, and
Yes.
with a lot of prayer and this coaching, my confidence has just risen, and I'm ready to just do even more.
Well, I'll tell you, your mindset had a huge part to do with it. I mean, yes, we have the skills, we have strategies, and we are just like, during this time, we're going to put blinders on. We're just going to make sure that we're focused on what we need to be doing right now. You did that. And you just, like I said, kept saying, I can, I will. And I think you were even shocked at the result that we just figured out before the call, before the live. And yeah, so it's like 104,000 in less than 100 days in commission. Yeah. So, I know that you have so much to share from your heart, but if there was one thing that you could share with anybody that might be watching this live today, what would that be? And I'm not looking for a plug. We have not rehearsed this. Anybody who's listening, I mean, this is from Carrie. I have no idea what she's going to say. So,
if there's one thing I could say, it's first and foremost, prayer. I mean, prayer is huge, and or meditating, whatever. I'm very, I'm very strong in my religion. I strongly, believe in prayer, and prayer is powerful. So that, but if you're struggling in your business and you are like me, like, do I be a Walmart greeter, or do I do something with real estate? There's nothing wrong with being a Walmart greeter at all. Oftentimes I thought how fun of a job that would be, because I love to talk to people. I'm not in any way knocking that at all. But just dig deep within yourself. And I know you're not looking for a plug, and I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't honestly mean it, but I am going to say it. Your program has changed my life. It's brought me closer to God. Because of this, I've just built morning devotion into my schedule. And I mean, you have all the tools and the coaches, and I mean, so much knowledge, but I'm not even saying that. I'm just saying it's such a family. It is such a family, and I love, love, love that. And I mean, I look forward to the calls, every Tuesday and Thursday, and I just love it. I've gotten so much out of it, and I can't wait. I mean, I have so much more to do that I haven't, finished. I'm kind of going back through modules and just, touching up on some things, and I just can't wait to see what more is out there. And I can't say enough for your program. I really can't.
Thank you.
I would not say that if I didn't truly know.
I know. That's why it's so touching to me, because I never know what anyone's going to say. And that's all that we ever wanted. That's all we ever wanted. You've heard me say, I don't want another credit card. Please don't give me another credit card and a bad attitude. We don't take everybody, don't want everybody, but we will take the committed. We will work with the people who really want help. If you're listening, find the money. It is not paying my house payment. It is not paying my car payment. It is not about that. We have a team of women that are just so committed, and one amazing man. Whoop, whoop. So one amazing man. But you say prayer. So most people, not most people, well, most people don't know the story, but when I was a homeless single mom, Carrie, you've heard the story, but when I was a homeless single mom, there was no place but on my knees to go. And it was in prayer and meditation that God told me, Spirit shared with me every step to take and when to take it. Now, this is not a religious program. We don't even mention that, but I will tell you, it is Spirit led in the strategies and the things we do and the women's lives that we transform. And you're just such a beautiful example of that. And I cannot wait to see where you go and what you do. And I always say, it's not just real estate. This is your life we're talking about. This is the people whose lives you will impact. Your children. You have children and a grandchild, and what you're leaving for them is amazing.
Yes, and I'm excited. And I was able to have a gathering during the pandemic and had success with that. And I mean, it just, I would have never.
Every agent out there was going, I can't do opens, I can't do tours, I can't show properties. And you were like, too bad, so sad. This is what we're doing. You had this get together, and that just helped blow things out of the water for you.
Yeah. In July, I mean, I had my, different vendors, lender, inspector, insurance. I mean, people were like, yes, please. And, we did this like towards the beginning of July, where it was still more like, should we, shouldn't we? And I said, we're doing it. We're doing it. And it was a success, and they can't wait to do it again.
Do it again. I just love that you followed every step we told you to do. You didn't leave one thing. You were just like, nope, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that we're doing it this way. People need you. They're isolated. They are laid up, and they're like, just having that care and compassion. Just reach out and go, hey, how are you doing? What's happening? And then, of course, what we had told you to do. But, that is the key. People really do want you. And it's not until you start feeling more confident, more secure in you, that you will do some of these things. You just are like, oh, no, they don't want it. No, they just they think I'm being salesy. You know what? Stop being a salesperson. This isn't to you, Carrie, because I know you're not. But stop being a salesperson. For Pete's sake, stop it. Stop having that commission breath. Stop having these ideas of I'm a door knocker, because we don't do that at all.
No,
and don't call. And it's just like, no, we're having major success. Our agents are having major success because we don't think in those terms.
No, and in the mindset, I mean, just one more plug, I guess. The mindset. I mean, I just can't.
Now I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good.
I can't get over it. I mean, just like the mindset coaching. I had no idea that that coaching would involve something called mindset. Like, who knew?
Everybody's like, so most coaches are like, they're like, so what'd you do?
Yeah.
You did well. What do you want to do next week? What can I hold you accountable for? And it's like, what?
Right.
That is so not what we do, right?
This is so non-intimidating. I mean, I love the no shame. I mean, it's just, it's a family. I mean, it's a family. That's all I can say. And I love it.
In it forever.
Yeah.
Well, everybody is, but I mean, fabulous.
Yeah.
So if you are listening and you know of anybody moving to Indiana and Bloomington, what are the areas around Bloomington that you serve?
Okay, so Bloomington, of course, is the home of IU, Indiana University. Go Hoosiers. Surrounding counties, there's Nashville to the east of us, which is an adorable little town. It's just precious. We have Owen County, Greene County, Lawrence County. Those are kind of our surrounding counties that I do business in, and I would be honored to have any kind of referral or help anybody out.
Well, let me tell you, agents, if you want somebody that can really take care of them and know that they're going to be taken care of and never fall through the cracks, that's going to be Carrie, and she really knows what to do. How do they get a hold of you, Carrie?
Yeah. So my website is kerrifrye.com. That's KERRI, FRYE.com, kerrifrye.com.
Beautiful. That's great. So if you have any referrals, send it to her through that website. And guys, if you want to join us, if you want to ask questions, if you just want to be held, heard, seen, known, and just let us take you to the next level, I want you just to sign up for a call. Sign up for a call where we are just going to listen. We're not going to sell you on anything. It's KarenCoffey.com/apply, APPLY. I just want you, and it's not an application. It's just like, hey, tell us where you're at. What are you doing? What are you struggling with? Carrie had some struggles, and we were able to help her through that. And do you remember that call, Carrie?
I do remember that call. I did remember that call. And I remember them saying, okay, you are like the perfect one for this, because
obviously, and you are.
So it turned out great. I'm no regrets, and I'm so thankful.
It doesn't matter if this pandemic goes on for another 5 years. God, please no. But it doesn't matter if masks are required. It doesn't matter if the National Association of Realtors says, oh, you can't show properties and you can't do open houses. It doesn't matter, because what we're doing is we're transcending what is showing up in our as evidence in our environment, and we're transcending it and saying it doesn't matter. We've got another way, and that's, you can do it. You can do it too. So I'm just asking you, sign up for a call. Let us talk to you. Let's see if it's a fit. If it's not, no big deal. Seriously, no big deal. Carrie, thank you so much. Lots of love, lots of hugs.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Right. Bye, everybody. See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.